Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Hashtag Playing Together.
Hello, we are the Sudden Knot. You know that. I'm Desi and this is Jochen. And tonight, or today, for some of you, we have Scott here with us. Hi, Scott.
Hi, everybody.
Nice.
How are you?
Oh, I'm super fantastic. I'm jazzed to be here.
And where are you?
I am in Wisconsin, and that is in the USA, where it is a blistering 2 degrees below zero right now.
Okay, so Wisconsin, that's in the north part of the USA?
Yes, we're about roughly 200 kilometers south of the Canadian border.
Okay, and the biggest city around this?
Madison is probably the biggest. Milwaukee is the biggest city we have.
Okay.
And that's probably about an hour and a half away.
Okay, yeah. And you told me 3 hours from Chicago.
Yeah, about 3 hours from north of Chicago.
Okay, good, nice.
Okay, Scott, can you tell us something interesting and funny and curious about yourself, positive if possible?
I got into theater when I was old. I had a lot of people who jumped into theater that I know who were like, I've been doing it since high school. I started theater probably it was 11, 12 years ago. I started my first acting. I jumped on a stage in a scripted play.
Yeah.
And as my partner Erica would like to tell people, I tend to jump in with both feet. So I acted with a company for 2 years.
Okay.
And then I've started 2 different theater companies, one for profit, one not for profit. I sold the for-profit theater for a profit, and that was pretty nice.
Okay.
So I jumped and I got into improv about a year and a half ago, 3 years ago. So same thing, just jumped in with both feet, and God, I love it.
Okay, great. Okay, and we will do some improv today, yeah? I know Scott from our Zigzag International Friday evenings, or for you, I guess, during the day workshops. So we are going to play a scene together for at least 50 minutes, but it can take longer. Yeah, we just see when we have an ending. No stress. And we are going to base ourselves on a suggestion, which will be a line in this book from Meisner. A book which I'm still reading. And then he often laughs with me, have you finished the book yet? But no, not yet. And after that, we go to a little Q&A session. So you can talk about improv and the things you like, and everything like that.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So Scott, give me a number between 100 and 200.
113.
113. Okay. Take a line. Who can take on 2 partners?
Who
can take on 2 partners?
Okay.
Yeah? Who can take on 2 partners? No idea what that means, but we'll see.
We're going to find out.
Yeah, I guess so. After this, you know what that line means. Okay, see you later.
I think that's all of it.
Yeah, you're right.
I feel kind of bad that you do all the cooking and all the cleaning.
Well, you know what I say? Men are better in cooking than women, so probably you can maybe just give it a try sometimes. Maybe start with a sandwich.
My issue, as you know, Vanessa, is that you know where everything is. I don't know where anything is in the kitchen.
I can show you. I mean, would you feel like less man if you cook sometimes?
It's not a question of less man. I don't know. I don't know how to cook, and I don't want you to think less of me. So I want to do things that I'm good at, so you think, oh, look how good he is at that, as opposed to, he is so stupid, he doesn't know how to boil an egg.
But even the effort will be enough. Even the idea that you want to try, and you're trying, and you can watch on like YouTube videos and get some tips and recipes from there. This is how I learned how to cook at first, from YouTube.
And you wouldn't laugh at me, and you wouldn't tease me?
Well, you were teasing me, if you remember. First,
I do, but I was teasing you out of love. It wasn't. I didn't mean for it to be mean.
Well,
So that's the important thing, is that I love you, and I don't want you to think that I was doing something mean or out of malice, and I just need to know that's reciprocated. So yes, honey, you can tease me, but I have to know that it's out of love, because I'm really insecure about this.
well, of course. I actually found a really nice cookery class. If you want to give it a try, with Tom Jordan, he's super famous.
Would we do it together, or would it just be go learn to cook?
Well, it will be just you and Tom Jordan, because we cannot afford both to go there. It's very expensive.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
I think he's a very nice guy in general.
I'd be happy to. Yes. Yeah. Because I see all the work that you're doing, and I want to be helpful. I don't know how.
Well, he will show you for sure. And he's a guy who cooks. And he's a legend. And he has his own YouTube channel.
Wow. That would be very cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Sign me up, and I'll go there.
Okay, I'll do that. Oh, it starts tomorrow. Great.
Ooh, it's exciting.
Tomorrow morning at 7. Huh?
7?
Yeah, and yeah, you will prepare your own breakfast there.
Wow. Then I can come home and I can make you breakfast.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
That's nice.
Fantastic.
Tom Jordan.
Tom Jordan.
Hey, so.
Hi.
What's your name again?
Frank. My name is Frank.
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 Do I pronounce that correctly? Frank.
Yes, yeah, Frank. Yeah, Frank is. Yeah, that's good. That's wow.
Yeah, I know. Impressive, yeah? Looking at
Oh,
me.
oh, wow. Yes. Not only are you an impressive figure, because rest assured you are, but look at what you did there. Did you make that all?
Potatoes. I make always potatoes. Your wife has signed you up for a course of 1 day.
Yes. I'm really nervous. I don't know anything about cooking or a kitchen.
Do you even think in 1 day you could make that?
Well, I guess if you're a good teacher, I can.
That will take years of effort.
Oh.
You have to use your soul to be a cook.
I actually I didn't bring I only have the day, really, is how she signed me up for.
Okay, and today we will learn one thing. Only one thing.
Okay.
How to peel potatoes.
Got it. How to peel potatoes. All right. And that's all I'm going to learn. So I just so that we're communicating and I understand, when I go home to my wife, all I can do is peel potatoes.
Yes. What do you expect otherwise of a course of 1 day, which you pay me miserably $500?
Okay, so let me get this right. You cooked all of this right here. This is what you cooked, right?
Yeah.
After years, and my wife, Veronica, has paid you $500 for 1 day, and I'm going to learn to peel potatoes?
You have to start with the basics. Let me explain to you. What's your name again?
Frank.
Frank?
Frank.
Say it correctly. Yes. Yeah, it's Frank. Okay.
Frank. Yeah.
If you take a potato in your hands, you feel the flesh of the potato, the basic ingredient of any kitchen. It comes out of the ground where it grows, and then the farmers pick it up. It ends up in your kitchen. You know, the potato has a soul. And if you can master it, you can master everything.
So what you're telling me is that if I master the soul of the potato, the world is my oyster.
You're a smart guy. Frank, was it? Yeah, Frank. You're a smart guy. I like you. Okay. Now, it will not be easy today. It's 30 kilos of potatoes you have to peel. So, here's the basket.
Wait. Let me understand this. My wife, Veronica, paid you $500 so that I could peel 30 kilos of potatoes for you.
Yes. Do you have a problem with that, Frank?
It feels like an apprenticeship, really. It feels like I'm paying you to work for you.
Do you have
I don't
problem with that? To be with the great and amazing Tom? Do you have a problem with that, Frank? Because otherwise, you can go.
No, then no. That's 30 souls that I'm gonna put my hands on. So that's good, right?
I think we will like each other.
Man, that's a lot. 30 kilos is a lot of potatoes. Or wait, Joe, is it
Tom?
Is it Tom? Did I say that right, Tom?
Yes, you said it right.
Oh, okay, good.
Frank?
So, is it 30 kilos of different potatoes, or is it one 30-kilo potato? Because that would be fantastic. I would love to get involved in that.
That we only do in an advanced course. I'm sorry. No, Frank, I have actually talked enough about this. Just peel the potatoes. I will do a quality check at 5 p.m. this evening, and I don't have to go out.
Wait.
I have to go.
Tom?
Frank.
I'm going to peel potatoes for 10 hours, and you're not even going to be here.
Yes. Because when you're on your own, you will learn to connect with the potato. See you this evening, Frank.
Fine. But, oh my God. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe she spent all this money. 10 hours of peeling potatoes. I'm not doing this.
Let's see what he will prepare. Frank, honey, I'm hungry. How was the class? Did you learn something important, valuable? What's that potato face on you?
I'm going to tell you what I learned, Veronica. I learned that potatoes have a soul.
Okay.
I learned that. I learned that if you can peel a potato, you can do anything in the kitchen. Veronica, that's what I learned. Peel one potato, do anything in the kitchen. And do you remember me talking about the potato having a soul, honey? Well, your instructor, Tom, does not. So I need you to know what you paid for. And I'm telling you this because I don't want you to be disappointed. I did my best. But here's what happened. I walk in, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. He begins to yell at me. He tells me that I need to peel 30 kilos of potatoes while he's gone, and he'll be back in 10 hours. That's right. I said 10 hours to check on me. It didn't seem, so I did it for a while. I am pretty adequate at peeling potatoes, but it's all I can do.
You basically learned nothing from this class, like zero, like you're empty. You didn't have a brain. I paid this person to show you how difficult it is to peel potatoes, because I do this every year for Thanksgiving when your family is visiting. I peel 30 kilos of potatoes for your family, and you cannot do that, and I have only 1 hour to do that. You had 10 hours and you couldn't even do this.
I'm sorry. I thought it was when we talked about it yesterday. I was going to make my own breakfast, and I was going to come home and make you breakfast, and all I had to learn was how to peel potatoes, and it didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I thought it was going to be something different. I can peel potatoes now. I'm happy to help you peel potatoes, but I don't know anything else. That's all I learned is how to peel potatoes.
Do you understand now how difficult it is to be a housewife and to cook and cook and cook every day for you, for the children, for your parents, for your siblings, for my family? Do you even understand that? and you had only one thing to learn. Imagine if you have to do everything else after the potatoes.
Veronica, the reason that we had signed me up for this class is because I wanted to help. Okay, I realize that you're upset. I know that you've been doing all the cooking for the entire family, all our families, really. And I know that. And I know you're upset. And that's why you signed me up for the class, because I wanted to help. So of course I understand. And that's why I'm willing to peel all the potatoes all the time.
And you really want to help? Like for real?
I do. You work so hard. And maybe if we work together in the kitchen, maybe we can have some together time.
Do you want to help me next week with the dinner for your birthday? And maybe with the cake?
Well, Veronica, it's my birthday. I mean, do you really want me to help on my birthday?
I think you need one more class with Jordan and more potatoes.
I will pay attention. I will listen. Whatever you need, I will do it, because I'm committed to you. I'm committed to the kids. I'm committed to making this change.
You invited 75 people for your birthday. There will be 75 people in this house, and I have to cook for 75 people.
Yeah.
82 with me and the children.
I didn't know the kids were going to be here, but no, that's fine. That's good. No, I didn't know, but yeah, I didn't count on the extra people, but yeah. I have lots of friends, Veronica. You knew that when we got together years ago. You knew that when you married me. We had 2,000 people at our wedding, right? I whittled it down to only 75 people at my birthday party. It's only 75 people.
Are you going to help me with the huge dinner? I know it's your birthday.
Yes.
Just the potatoes.
Just the potatoes. Unless you think I need another class.
I really think you need another class and another lesson.
Okay. I'll pay attention this time. I'll stay for the whole thing. I'll do whatever he tells me to. Anything for you, honey. Anything.
Okay. Just go get the class.
Okay.
So yeah, your name was Frank. Today we are going to learn how to make broccoli. And scene.
Broccoli?
Broccoli, Frank.
Okay, so I understand about the soul of the potato. I understand that it hurts. I mean, it physically hurts your hand to peel 30 kilos of potatoes. I get all that. What's the deal with broccoli? I don't. Oh.
Just making fun of you. I have your potato here of 30 kilos. Look. Oh.
Yeah. So I'm just peeling more potatoes.
Enjoy.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's just more potatoes.
More potatoes.
Okay. Yeah.
And scene.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much. This funny scene.
Potato.
I feel so bad for Vanessa. Like, she's married to this just incompetent boob, really.
Who isn't?
Oh, okay, thanks for that. Yeah, let's have a chat about improv. Yeah.
Let's.
So, Scott, you already told us how your improv journey started. And what kind of formats do you like to play in improv?
So I was, like I said, I was trained in short form. And the reason that I even got into improv at all is because I was teaching, heading up a children's theater, and it was for adolescents. And what we would do is we would do like real life situations that the adolescents were in, and try to communicate what they're going through. It was called Teens in Theater, and I brought an improv troupe up to kind of do some training, and thought I'm going to do that. And so I've kind of gone from short form to medium form, and then into longer form. I think that maybe that's a lot of people's journey. Is so I really like narrative improv. I like narrative improv a lot.
You did scripted theater in the beginning, yeah, scripted theater and now improv.
Yep.
Yeah, are there things from scripted theater and techniques you can bring in improv, or the other way around?
Both, actually. That's a fantastic question. With scripted theater, it's about character work, right? So, for instance, my partner Erica also does both scripted and improv.
Yeah.
And improv scared her so much. And the reason that it was really scary for her is because the director gives me a script, and I've got 6 to 8 weeks to work on character development.
Yeah.
What's my motivation? Where am I going? All these things, right?
Yeah.
So with improv, you don't get that. You get, okay, well, now I'm Frank. What's Frank's motivation? Who's Frank? How's Frank? Right? And so taking that character work and moving it to improv was easy. But more importantly, taking the improv work and moving it into scripted plays is vital. Mm-hmm. And it's vital because I think that everybody who's ever been in a scripted play, who's ever been on stage in a scripted play, has watched their scene partner blank.
Yeah.
And so how do we move that scene forward? I don't necessarily have to know what their line is. I need to know what their cue line is. I need to know where the scene moves, and I need to know how to get them to move it forward. And a lot of that is just improv. Mm-hmm. And what I didn't realize is that even on scripted plays in stage performances, yeah, I've been doing that kind of improv for a long time, just helping people move the play along, yeah, till we can get to some place that's recognizable where they can bring it all back.
Okay,
true.
Thanks.
Yeah. Are you doing a lot of online improv, and do you like it? What do you like? What you don't like?
That is a fantastic question. So there's some fantastic things about online improv. And what I want to do first, I want to just really speak from the heart about the things that I don't like.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
Improvisation and all theater is a relationship between myself and the audience.
Yeah.
Right. So I need to engage the audience. I need to bring them on board. It's a give and take. I put that energy out there and I get it back. Yeah. And that's a fantastic thing about theater. I think it's a thing that everybody in theater, no matter what level or what type, loves about theater.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the one thing that I don't like about online improv is I'm quite literally standing alone in my basement.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times you're putting all this energy out there, and the energy that you're getting back is not equivalent to the energy that you're putting out there.
Yeah.
And I think that we just need to be honest about that, and honest about how difficult it is to do that. Now let's go the other way. There are things I love about online improv. I have developed this fantastic community. I used to, we'll say BC, before COVID. So before COVID, I would refer to people as, well, they're my virtual friends, right? They're somebody I've never met. They're somebody I interact with online only. They're not real to me. But in this day and age, and in what we're going through right now, especially with improv, I have built what I feel is an amazing community of very deep and very real friends. And I think that that's awesome. it also has given me the rare opportunity. And when I was in high school, if anybody would have ever said these words to me, I would have laughed at them. I would have laughed and I would have said, "You are just an idiot." But it has given me the rare opportunity to become an international improviser.
Yeah.
And I think that's very cool for all of us.
Yeah, exactly.
So with online, even with my own improv group, our reach is much further than it is when we're just here locally and live.
Yeah.
And that's really, really awesome.
And a good example is the three of us now playing together. Otherwise, that would never have happened. We wouldn't have known each other. It's
correct.
Yeah. No, that's definitely an enormous benefit, I think, from online improv. Do you hope that it will remain after COVID? So AC.
AC, yes, after COVID. I do. I've had many conversations with many different people on an international level. Johan, you're one of those people, and basically expressing my fear that when the world goes back to normal, whatever that looks like, and we're all doing live shows, that we will lose this format.
Yeah.
And I think the general consensus, at least from my small sampling of that, is that Zoom improv or online improv is not going to go away.
Yeah.
It affords us lots of opportunities, even to take classes. I've taken classes with the nursery in England. I'm taking a class with somebody in California. I took a class through Second City in Chicago. Yeah. Things that would not be available to me if we didn't have this format.
No, and some theaters or improv schools are only online at the moment. Yeah, they
most of them.
yeah, but also there's new ones being raised, and they are just have an online offering of courses and teachers, and that's really amazing. Also because you can play with all other people too, of all over the world.
Yeah.
Do you think that improv has changed things for the positive in your daily life?
I think it has. I think that when I came to improv, and not to get too out there, but on a spiritual level, I'm kind of a Taoist. So water flows. I just go with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. Yeah. I don't get real stressed out about a lot of things. So when I came to improv, I brought that with me. And what improv has taught me is how to yes and, for instance, in my business world, or what we call applied improv. So when I'm working with my staff or when I'm working with other people, how to again, whatever that scene is, whether it's a project or whether it's something we want to accomplish, how to move that forward and get that buy-in and teach other people that yes anding something is a fantastic thing.
Yeah.
Is there anything in improv you have never tried, like something crazy, but you really want to try it?
I did this one time in a class, and I don't know that it was a real thing. So I'm going to start by saying that so that I don't discredit or validate my experiences. But I've never done a herald. I would like to do a real herald. Yeah, I had a long form class in which we kind of briefly studied on heralds and the form, and here's how it works. Yeah. And let's try it. And it didn't work. And it could be because, it was like 2 hours of here's what a herald is, and now let's try it for 40 minutes. And I didn't expect it to work. But I'd like to do that. That's scary to me. That's very scary.
Yeah. It's not an easy thing. I had a class too, and it's not easy, Harold. It's also sort of group mind you must have with everyone else in connection. It's it's a challenge. Good.
Yeah, and it's something it's one of those rare, I think, one of those rare things in improv that you can make really big mistakes and you can't recover from them. Where in most improv, if we make a mistake during a scene, we can recover from it, we can cover it, we can acknowledge it, we can do whatever, but in this one very structured form, and that's what makes it scary for me. It's like, you just don't want to mess it up.
Yeah. Now you have another show today, yeah?
I do. I have an improv troupe called the Improv Lab.
Improv Lab.
And you can find us right here on Facebook.
Okay.
Yep. And we're based in Wisconsin, but our troupe members are nationwide.
Okay. Yeah.
And we do have an online show tonight at 8 o'clock Central Time, which is, I don't know what time that is everywhere else in the world. It's just 8 o'clock Central Time.
Okay.
And we are one of those groups that you had talked about, Johan, with we really got our legs underneath us during COVID.
Yeah.
So once we discovered online and discovered Zoom and discovered how we want to proceed,
yes.
It's been fantastic for us. Financially, we're doing better than we would be if we were selling tickets at a door.
Yeah.
And as far as how often we get together and we practice and we do performances, it's probably more often than we would if we were in the real world.
Okay. Do you also had or will do performances in the real world after COVID? Is that the idea, or is it purely online?
No, that's the idea. Is that so what we've done is we put together a fantastic troupe, and once the world has healed and we go on, there are members of that troupe who will remain members of that troupe.
Yeah.
And an online presence, but we will also do in-person, live shows. Okay. Because honestly, that's what we're all hungry for, to get back in front of an audience and to have that interaction and that relationship that.
Yeah, I understand. That's so good, because you're in a little room and you give all that energy, and sometimes it's, I think, hard to give so much energy while no one is watching. But then I always think, no, because this is here and we're here. So if I have big reactions, lots of energy, that helps everything, of course.
Right.
But if you have a real audience, that's so much.
Yeah. And for our troupe and for myself personally, one of the things that when we stream live to Facebook, for instance, I would rather that the people who are playing are not watching Facebook.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it as you know, there's a small lag.
True.
It gets confusing. I don't want people to ever think that we're cheating in any way. So that way, everything should be a surprise, and it is. But all those little hearts and all those little laugh emojis and all those great things that people are doing, I don't get to experience that because I'm performing and I'm not.
Exactly.
I'm not doing both.
Yeah, you don't have time.
Yeah, you don't have time.
Okay.
We are going to share the event of your show. The other one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The second one.
Yeah, and
after this this show.
Yes. And we also share some other information, if you like, about the troupe, and we share the or share the Facebook. Do you also have a web page? Then an internet?
Yep.
Yeah, all these things. So we put some things on our page so everyone can easily find you and watch the shows.
That's fantastic. Thank you for that.
Okay, good. So let's stop. So thank you everyone.
Thank you.
For watching.
Thank you.
And I will stop the stream. Stay with us, Scott. But I will stop it here. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.